record.
Hello.
Okay.
172.
172 episodes.
The EATCHAIN episode.
Really?
That's right. So the title of this podcast is the EATCHAIN podcast, not the Boo podcast.
Well, we have breaking news is that FYM has just acquired EATCHAIN.
Oh, wow.
Shut up.
Oh, wow.
Don't start, Tom.
So we have CJ and Ben here. But wait, hold on a second. Hold on, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Just hold on one
All right,
second.
shit,
See you,
but
Tom.
Thank God.
Our CEO was just announcing big news about this.
Yeah, you
Oh,
sounded
what's up,
weird, though.
everybody?
Oh, what's
Okay.
up?
It's Devin.
Okay.
God damn it.
I don't.
It's Devin.
How's it going? Oh, we got CJ and Ben here.
I thought
my
Tom had a
guys.
new microphone, but I think he was just using Devin's.
I thought we talked about not having. We'll talk about it after this.
I thought Devin was cool.
We'll talk to
Everybody
Tom
likes
about
Devin.
it.
Yeah,
The
Devin
CJ
used to work at Target.
CJ and Ben really like Devin.
I thought I'd make it at least like a minute before I wanted to unplug the power cord out of the back of my computer.
Is there an
And for the
issue?
people listening, they both look really happy.
Devin looks like a FIFA ref with the bald head and the shirt.
No, I just wanted to say hi to my boys, Ben and CJ. Hope
up,
you guys
Tom?
are doing well.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Me?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nothing, dog. I just love eating pussy.
Oh.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Hey,
Wait,
later, Devin.
I would just love to take a heat gun to that thing and shrink it down to his head permanently. He would
Oh,
love that
no, he
too.
would like
so
that.
actually-
You would
Yeah.
like that. No,
He would
no,
later-
don't do that.
He would
Don't
later
do that.
kick in his
sorry
legs
about that,
with an
guys.
erection.
My daughter needed me. What's going on?
Oh, what's up, dude?
It's weird. That guy can only talk and have his face on for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it's really
it's really-
uncomfortable just
then
existing.
Then he pussies out.
Yeah, he has to leave the call.
Yeah, sounds like
It's
a
weird.
real bitch.
It's weird
What
how
happened?
it's weird how
What
Devin
happened?
talks like Lost Souls Paranormal because they have the same amount of teeth.
Devin was here. Oh, okay. I didn't
Dude,
realize.
that one TikTok of Lost Souls Paranormal looks like a Devin mask when he's singing "I'm Here Without You, Baby" by Three Doors Down.
So
He
when
looks
you
like
say
a-
mask,
he looks
what
like
do you
a-
mean by mask?
Well, I mean like how Devin looks like he one of those masks, but it's just him. But he looks like that.
Masks. I'm drawing
Yeah, it's a
blank.
skin condition.
What you're talking? Yeah.
It's like how
Just like
Michael
cool?
Jackson looked like he was white, but he wasn't.
He holds a lot of water in his face, I guess.
It's just a skin condition.
Ben has that condition too.
It's weird how Tom's face is itchy and he keeps rubbing his face and looking uncomfortable. I wonder if
Kind of looks red.
Yeah, I was running up and down the stairs taking care of my child.
something doesn't add
he
up
was
here.
wearing a lizard mask that he found on the floor.
It was
Oh
a
my
lizard
God.
mask that was bothering me.
Do you remember
No,
that
that's
thing?
good.
That almost sent you to the hospital.
So it was during the one of the 24-hour streams, and I put it on, and it instantly smelled like paint, and it just made my skin break out so bad I had to take a shower during.
You should have washed it. I think you should have washed it.
I didn't know. I didn't realize
It's like
it was gonna
buying
be that
dishes or
bad.
something, like buying plastic dishes.
Because I bought the Yoda mask, and I was like, well, this is fine. Like this seems like a legit mask, and then the lizard mask, the Vith mask, did not. It was not fine.
Well, it's
It was
not
okay.
unreasonable to assume you can just put it on. But I think at this point, I would wash it every time.
I bet inhaling that mask gave you some sort of Aaron Rodgers style immunity.
Yeah, it gave me,
Whatever's
it gave me
going
special
around.
powers.
Yeah.
It gave me a very big immunity. And
How's he doing?
He's doing great. His
impunity to do
Achilles
whatever I
tendon
want.
heals faster than anyone in human history.
At 39.
Yeah, come on, step on out on the field, man. Go-
Runs back onto the
Go ahead.
field and just everything explodes.
Right under center.
Guy who's never watched football, but he's trying to own him epically. Go long, Aaron.
He's got a roll of duct tape just wrapped around his ankle. Just
Fuck.
keep wrapping it around until it doesn't move. We'll send him out. He's limping around.
That's basically what they're gonna do.
Well, I
He
mean, you might
deserves
not
it.
like him. You might not like him, but
That's
I
true.
support
Move
him.
on.
He's standing up. He's standing up to the
Mr.
fascist- the fascist.
I fucking
Pfizer
hate that he
government.
got that shot 4 years ago. It pisses me off to high heaven.
I'm just glad the Lions didn't do something stupid and try to like spend a ton of money to get him for like the last 4 games of his career or whatever.
Do you remember when he said, "Oh yeah, I got the vaccine," and it just turned out like he got COVID a bunch of times?
Yeah,
and
he's
just
getting
said and
microdosed.
lied about it. Yeah.
He's getting COVID microdose like all of Jason's customers.
Well, former customers. That's
Former,
been a
yeah.
year.
Former. Now, hold on.
Hey,
a
no,
minute.
once a customer,
Yeah.
always a customer at that.
Well, we're all
at
immune
the-
now.
At the cell phone store
You
where
just
you
keep
can make soup.
You just keep wearing the shirts to the place that you got fired from. It's fine.
When I
It's
left
very-
Home Depot, they made me cut my shit up.
Really?
And I got laid off at the end of the
What?
summer when I was like
Fucking
19.
Oh.
Yeah, the Home Depot apron, they make you like they make you
don't-
give it back and then cut
Oh,
it up
yeah.
with
Like,
scissors.
I
Why would they
understand
cut
how
because
it
they
up? Why
assume
don't
that they assume people are gonna wear it. I think it has your name on
to
it,
try
so
to
you
like
can't reuse it.
shoplift.
Yeah, like someone's gonna come in and then load a bunch of lumber onto a pallet and then just leave, and it's like, oh, it was an employee.
They made
There's just
Alex-
no other guys out there named Alex too, so like
Yeah.
they gotta cut it up. They can't just be like, yeah, can we have that back, please?
it was
But
just
most places don't do that. Like McDonald's, I still had my uniform. A lot of places they let you have it, but I guess Home Depot they've had an issue.
the only place I ever worked that made me give it back made a lot of sense, and that's UPS. You have to
Oh,
give all
yeah.
your
Oh yeah.
you have to give all your uniforms back there before you get your last paycheck, which is I think a pretty good rule.
Well, how
You
much is
can't
your
sell
last
it to a
paycheck?
rapist.
Yeah, or
Or a burglar.
terrorists or anything. Yeah. Do any
What
rapists want to
you
buy my
mean?
UPS pants?
All right, put my Craigslist
Yeah, you
ad
can
out
go to
there.
a woman's house and like no one's even gonna notice.
No one's
Spike.
gonna tell on you.
I'm gonna get an email
You can
from
walk around and go to the door.
I'm gonna get
and
an email
stuff.
from Vaping Spike Hamilton at hotmail.ca. And he's gonna be like, "Hey man, I'm just a general predator. I'm looking for some UPS pants. I'd like to get the daytime stuff."
We said that before, but we just need to send him to Devin's house.
Oh fuck, man. Spike?
Because then Spike. If we send Spike to Devin's house, he can do whatever he wants, and it's
Devin
could
on
be-
here or
Spike could be
Sweeney?
a-
no Sweeney, of course,
Sweeney.
Hamilton.
Spike would be his
Yeah.
new dad.
Ontario.
My daddy.
A lot of weird people in Hamilton, Ontario,
Like who?
like Devin Sweeney, like Fatty.
Hold on. What's weird about Devin
Spike?
Sweeney? Hold on.
Spike,
I'm
all
hung
those
up on
guys.
this. He's just a cool guy.
Has Devin Sweeney posted his penis online yet? Has he done that?
Not
already?
really.
No, he just
Really?
he
I
posts
feel
his
like he
butt
would
a
have
lot.
done that by now. He's been
posts his
just
weird
He posted,
red
he
delicious
posted his
ass.
nuts.
he posts his
I
long
bet those
butt a
look
lot.
crazy. I bet those look super crazy.
Devin's got a tall butt.
That's
It
good.
looks like
Yeah.
an apple.
I got followed yesterday by a Devin Sweeney account,
Mm-hmm.
and so his big account now or whatever. That one doesn't follow me,
Fake.
but I got followed by Devin the selfies slut at Devin Selfie, and I think it's just them, like someone reposting old pictures, but I want to
Good.
believe. And like a lot of the posts were very much like in the tone of Devin. And there's also videos saying like follow me on my new X account, but I don't know if that's from like the actual one.
I hope it's fake now because the real one is fake.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Ben.
That's actually Chris Yamaguchi main, so you should definitely let them
Yeah, it's
follow
one
you.
of that's
They're
one of the
letting their-
18
Oh, that's his alt?
accounts.
One of his
Yeah.
accounts, yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
One of his many.
Well, Aaron's kind of like
So
the
cool.
Pied Piper of like the fucked up Canadian accounts lately.
God
like,
damn.
They're all his friends.
They're
Yeah.
my friends.
Got the
Yeah.
you got the Cole Campbell follow on Twitter. Pretty good.
No, he
And
doesn't even follow me. He just
he
DMs
doesn't follow
me.
you. What a fucking slug, dude! I want to
Yeah.
I want to bend
What a
a lead
dickhead.
pipe over the back of his neck.
He did that whole thing about leaving the internet or taking a hiatus, and
I
then he was
missed that.
back like
I only saw
15
his
minutes
ex-
later.
I saw his
So
post
dumb.
afterwards with like his giant
Go.
like fucking Maori statue head or whatever, and I was like, oh, he's like, yeah, I've really thought about it. I don't want to do the list. I can't do the list, but he's like, I'm gonna stay on the internet. And it's like, shit, dude.
Oh, damn it.
Well, okay, so I had asked him about this when some of our correspondence, like, hey, is everything okay, man? And he's like, oh, I'm just gonna keep posting them like on my stories and stuff, but I want to save up the posts like for some like bigger stuff for the
The posts.
family. And
I'm saving
he's
up my
gonna take a
old
4
post that I
months
repost.
sabbatical, and then within like 12 hours, he was like, I got so much feedback, I got to come back for the kingdom. And so he came
Here's
back
where you
for the
fucked
kingdom.
up, Aaron. You should have said, just send me all of your files and I'll post it for you.
Oh yeah, no, I could do the take advantage of him thing. Like,
Yeah, it'd be so hard to take
Yeah,
advantage
Get him
of.
Yeah.
to get him to make a cameo and then take like 10% of it, like those guys that hired Devin Sweeney.
In case you guys didn't know, Devin is now under legal ownership.
Slavery.
Like Frank's, yeah, he's under slavery
Yeah.
by some Sam Hyde orbiters. Some
Except they don't do anything
guys
for
who
him. They
paid
don't
for
buy
the
him
blue
an
check
apartment.
mark so they can be at the top of replies calling someone a Jew. Like those types.
They just made a cameo for him and they take a cut.
Or just, yeah, they probably take like 80% of it or something.
I do like
Yeah,
how they
which,
use that.
that's pretty fucked up. But
Yeah.
you know what? I don't care. Not my problem.
I'm glad Devin's getting like money. Like he was able to buy like a new iPhone, and he's like flaunted his cash a little bit. So
Doesn't seem like he has that much
this is
money.
also like the
I gotta
child
be honest.
slavery argument.
Fuck that. He's a fake socialist.
It seems like he got an iPhone and now it's like 6 months later and he's just like eating ramen and living with his dad.
Okay, but he's not living in the woods, so
I guess so. But he also wasn't living in the woods before they were taking a cut.
Yeah,
But
but
he
it's
can
been
get Tim get Tim Hortons like 4 times a week now.
get it delivered.
If I'm they're also like, you know, telling Ian Miles Chung that they wouldn't fuck him, but they'd fuck like hotter guys. So at least they're like attacking like shitheads with the account.
My favorite old Devin post from the same account that got nuked that had the ditch selfie in it was him laying in that same ditch posting some like government worker and saying wellness check bitch is here, and he's in the ditch.
I remember that.
So fucking good. Some lady standing there with like a clipboard 100 yards away and he's got this little
I like
phone.
to think that at the ditch he has like a mailbox and there's like a number. He has an address. She knows where to go.
There's something so quaint about people lying in a ditch. You don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
Bro, I
You
would
see
have
people lying on the sidewalk. Where did all the ditches go?
I would have done the blank man scream if I saw him laying there because he looked dead. He was like green.
Yeah,
He looked
you would call
like
the
a
police.
fucking corpse. It was crazy.
You would just assume he was dead and call the police. Like, oh, we got a body.
It was also like October in Ontario, so there's like rustling leaves blowing over him. Holy fuck! I would have puked. And then he would have talked, and I would have puked more. Oh god!
Do you want to get your cock sucked?
No, thank you.
I got wiggle mortis. That's what Cole Campbell would have too. He does.
Wiggle mortis.
Wiggle mortis.
Wiggle mortis.
Yeah, he said he was going to work on the wigs.
Be a wiggle.
Be a wiggle.
Oh, I wish Cole went to the oil sands. It'd be Zoolander, where he has a little dust on his cheeks. He would be wearing like big fucking silver Timberlands, like those are his work boots. Tongues are all pulled out and shit. Oh god,
Just
so
just
tight.
dancing on the rig and like knocking into things, hitting pipes, and like the oil spilling out.
Just dancing with his
They
head
should
on.
have a mascot.
I'm like the village person.
The village person. Yeah, I'm just gay by myself. I just dress crazy and act gay
Yo,
all by
I'm
myself.
a solo village people. Just going to Salem and fucking dancing like that. I'm a solo village people. Doing the YMCA by yourself.
You're just dressed as a cop. You get in trouble.
Vince's hot cop outfit.
Wearing the hot cop outfit. Yeah, I'm a villain. I'm a village person.
Village.
I say YMCA, Marshall
village.
Man.
I'm a village.
I'm a village person.
Sorry, Aaron, go ahead.
Oh no! How do those accounts engagement bait the like the roughnecks, they're like not wearing PPE, getting covered in mud, and putting that thing around that
they're
other
doing
thing,
that-
and
doing
the
all that
goose
extra shit.
Why
spurting
don't
out.
men do this anymore?
Yeah.
They should do that, but like Cole Campbell's also there, just fucking busting a move dancing.
Just in the background.
Yeah.
Or they're doing it to him. They're like slapping mud on him and spinning him around.
Ian Miles
Trying to get
Chong
him
was
into
one of the
the-
guys that posted that, and I imagined him posting it with his hands just playing with his balls through the bottom of his shorts, like not even through the waistband.
That's just so cool to
He's
post
such
a
a-
picture of guys working in the sewer or something now, and then say, "Why don't they do this?"
It's the same. It's the same when like Jason posts like that, or like he like films somebody like driving a cab in the city, be like, "Oh, motherfuckers, you suck at this," and it's like, "You haven't worked in a year. What are you doing?"
You suck at
do
this.
that.
There's
There's
big
always-
Sasquatch on the fucking sidewalk filming you while you're
It's
doing your job.
scripted.
You fucking
You just
suck
ran
at
over
this.
a minion.
I like the there's the guys that are like the front face camera walking around my driveway making a video type guys, and they'll post that same video and be like, this is why the woman stays home and makes the food and has a meal ready, blah blah. And it's like, you are unemployed. You're sitting there doing nothing, man. Just nothing
not
at
only
all.
not only unemployed, but unemployable.
Yes, even more so.
Well,
Yeah, because you were too much of you were too deep into the meme wars of 2015 when you were like 38 and you said a bunch of shit that everyone remembers still. Whoopsie. I love those guys. Speaking of that, Baked Alaska pictured with Kanye West yesterday, and Kanye in that picture, he looks like someone put him through the Face app, like of the old.
He's probably getting surgery.
Kanye's looking fucking bad. No, he looks really bad. He looks.
He's down to some bad guys to hang out with.
Yeah.
He immediately was like, "Oh, yo, new album coming out at midnight. Aiden Ross is hosting the party, and Baked Alaska's gonna be there." It's like, all right, man, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, I guess it just sort of plateaued.
Well,
Like those were the guys he was
hanging.
hanging out with a year ago, like Nick Fuentes and all those guys.
Did anyone even hear about that happening last night?
No,
Him
of course
releasing
not.
an album at a party, and it was on Kick
Yeah,
and
Vultures.
shit. It was on Kick, and it was in Miami, and everyone's like, "Yeah, it's about to start." And they just had this dog shit DJ just playing Drake songs, and nobody in the crowd's moving. It's all like Bitcoin Aiden Ross fans, and this like lady comes out, and she goes, it's like 12:20 a.m. Eastern. She's like, "All right, y'all, almost that time. 1 a.m. It's still 40 minutes away." And all these guys turn around and start walking away from the stage. So fucking good.
It's so strange because those are his friends now, like people like Nick Fuentes and Baked Alaska.
It's so weird when you
But
think
then on
about
his
it.
album, he's got Freddie Gibbs, he's got Kodak Black,
Yeah,
he's
those
got
guys are-
actual celebrities
those guys
like
are
that
sending
to
their-
hang out with.
His
They're sending them their
coworkers.
Audacity files. They're not meeting up.
Yeah, I guess they
Yeah.
don't want to come to the release because it's, especially right now, it's a lot of questions about,
Yeah.
you know,
Aiden Ross is pro-Israel. I knew what you were
Judaic
gonna
style
say.
issues.
Yeah. That's why.
Isn't Aiden Ross Jewish?
Yeah. But he has no idea about any of it. And he said free Palestine on stream, and Israel got mad at him.
Uh-oh. Well,
Yep.
welcome to the left, Aiden Ross.
Yep.
We welcome
Yeah, I
you
think
with
he's
open arms.
leftist.
We forgive you for all your previous statements.
Remember when
Just like Jake Shields and all those wonderful guys.
he
Yeah,
Googled fascist?
Jackson Hinkey.
He's the one that Googled fascist on stream and still couldn't understand it. He read the definition and was like, "I don't know, chat." So
It's like
fucking
an
cool.
axe tied to a piece of wood.
I like, it's cool that like people like kids in school, like 12-year-olds are like, that's who I want to be. I want to be the guy who can't read, sits in front of his
Yeah.
computer all day.
I-
It's cool.
It's
I make
important
fun
to
of
look
it.
up 12 and like 35-year-olds at the same time. Because
Yeah.
that's like the two people that want to be Aiden Ross.
I make fun of it all the time, just being a streamer. But streamers, when they're like reading out loud, and all of a sudden they just transform to like themselves in third grade reading in front of the class, like the same inflection at the end of every word. Oh my god, man! You just realize some of these people really are just children still. It's crazy, and these are people my age, not like actual children.
How old is he?
Who, you, Rob?
Aiden.
Because that's what I was thinking about reading like that. But no, Aiden's 23 or something, 22. Maybe I got that wrong. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't really care. Something like that though.
'Cause I was going to ask if it had
He's
anything
old enough to
do
know
with
better, but he's
COVID.
also just been famous since like his junior year of high school and hasn't done any schoolwork since then. So probably none.
I'm sure
before
there are
that either.
streamers who they did online school for junior and senior year, and they just haven't been to school since like 2014.
Just picture the game that you've played the most in your life, and then replace that with Playground Mode 2K, where you're just shit talking on open mic the entire time. That is Aiden Ross.
You
High
just
school.
run around in your little like mascot costume doing
Just open-
raising the roof.
Yeah, open mic, raising the roof, fucking bombing
it's
half court
you-
shots.
You and like 60 other Bransons in there. Just all talking.
Well, I can't
shit
do it in
back
real
and forth.
life.
Fuck.
I tried going up to the ballers and talking shit in real life,
The
and they just
ballers.
laughed at me.
The ballers.
Hey,
The
gangsters.
ballers. The ballers down the street, they're always bawling.
Oh, I hate them. I mean,
I love them. No, I think it's cool. I think you know, being a streamer is the most noble job you can have.
True.
And whether you're 12 or you're 42 and you're looking up to streamers and you want to talk about it all the time, you want to transition into voice acting, you want to transition into many other things, who knows? I think
Bowling?
that's cool.
bowling, yeah. Fuck,
So
man.
is that what he's doing now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what his dad told him. It's sort of trickling out what his dad told him over Thanksgiving. Because I think he went home and said a bunch of shit about Komori-Con and Pocket Pool.
So
And-
to
and
update,
Robbie
we need
P2
some,
and all
need
that
some
stuff.
so Ben and
background info
CJ,
here.
to update this, we are currently being threatened to be sued by the Outlaw LLC.
Yeah,
Outlaw
Oh, you
Corporation.
are by Outlaw
Yeah.
Nation. Okay.
Yeah, Outlaw Nation. And EATCHAIN previously was hashtag Outlaw Strong, so now you're gonna have to change that. now
Well,
that
we
you've been
still
purchased
are.
by
I mean,
FYM.
Kinda
we're
still
supporting
are.
our
You've been
boy through
purchased by
thick and thin.
FYM, so it's like
Mostly
Mm.
dick.
You have to
Until-
be loyal.
No.
yeah, you have to be loyal to us. But now,
Why
I
is he
guess,
threatening to sue you? Aside from the fact that you've like basically sort of like held up a mirror to him and he saw a dog in it and he hasn't really recovered from the shock
because of
as a
that?
result. Okay.
That's exactly
Pretty
why he wants
much.
to
I thought
sue
he
us.
like tried to make a peace offering to you at one point, and he was like, "Let's fucking collab and link it,
So,
link and build,
yeah,
brother. Like,
so
let's stop
for his-
this feud.
hi-
like, it's like a squash the rap beef kind of
Yeah,
thing."
but then he said, like, I have to admit that, like, he's not as dumb as a dog, and like I'm dumber than an ant. Or there's a lot of caveats, so we just can't make peace. And then he wished for his birthday, what was it, a year ago, he wished that I would be more nice to him and stop saying such mean things, or else I'm dumb as an ant.
My one birthday
And
wish.
I couldn't do
Tom Ant.
I couldn't,
My big boy
I couldn't do that
wish.
for him.
My 39th birthday wish.
No, that was 41, Ben.
Yeah.
He's 41?
41.
Jeez,
Oh, he's 42.
Christ.
He's 42.
No, he's 43.
I thought he was 40. Okay, he's 43
No, he
now.
turned 43. Yeah.
Okay, then that was
It's not too old to become a voice actor.
his
No.
42nd birthday wish, was that this strange man on the internet is more nice to him.
No, the
Does he-
lawsuit is defamation.
We're
Yeah,
defamating
what-
him, as he said.
for-
We're defamating
Yeah,
him.
it's defamation because we said he was playing with himself at a convention he went to where he was interviewing a wrestler and he had his hand in his pocket and he said he was jingling his keys, which is probably what it was. But we
Yeah,
said like, oh,
probably.
it looks like he's touching
Quick
himself.
side note: he was wearing basketball shorts to the interview.
Yeah, he's wearing basketball
red
shorts.
dazzlers.
And then I guess he got banned from that, or not even banned from the convention. They just told him we're not going to give you a press badge again because we had complaints within the convention. And then also we had fans. We didn't have them. It just happened where fans emailed that convention and said like, here's all this guy's shit where he said slurs and it's like friends with a pedo and all this shit. And they said, okay, well, don't worry about it because he's already not getting a press badge. Like we already took care of that a year ago. And but he still thinks that it's our fault
So
for
and
just
by-
pointing out that he was playing with himself through his shorts.
So for him, he's going to sue us for defamation in order to get back his press badge to these Comic Cons.
Anime
Yeah,
cons.
and he keeps threatening us to make them take him back. And he doesn't realize that like they're doing him a favor. He's not paying
We
them.
have
They're
to get him back somehow for these
Yeah.
conventions, which we've never been to. Don't know.
And we've never told
talked
anyone
about
to
it. Been to
fucking
Portland.
email the conventions either.
I love how worried Aaron gets. About
I'm not
being
even
sued
worried.
by
It's just
Outlaw.
it's mind-boggling how fucking stupid
Yeah, I didn't
this
tell anyone to do it,
motherfucker
but it is
I-
just
I-
it's public information, and he is like he's taking advantage of an opportunity that's meant for like student journalists to interview these people, going 10 years in a row and just saying, so I have a YouTube channel, Outlaws Generation, and I do voice acting, and I'm taking voice acting lessons, and people say that I might be famous.
Yeah, he's not welcome because it's been like 3 years of him looking down at his phone, never making eye contact to a 9-minute interview, and just going, "What was your favorite voice? Do you think I can be a voice actor? Do you think if I took classes? I'm taking classes, by the way. Do you know Steve Bloom?"
Yeah, he had like 3 different people complain. Like, can I not interview this guy anymore?
Do you have any words of encouragement for me, your new best friend? Imagine that.
Picture of Tom on his phone. You see this guy? Have you ever
That's
seen
what I
this
said.
guy?
And I said by now,
He's
a lot
mean
of
to
them,
me.
a lot of them must just know, like, because he's been to KomoriCon like 13 times or something.
Yeah, you
They
you
must
see
know
this
he's
like
coming.
six.
They see this man clipping towards them. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, you see this
guy's
6'1" guy.
lagging.
He's doing his arm swing, and he's just like, "I'm here to bother you." I'm here to
Followed
bother
by
you.
this little Asian guy who's feeding him food and holding the camera.
Oh,
But
Chandler.
I think he went home and told his dad all that shit. Like, oh, I'm gonna go interview at the conventions, and I'm gonna get the voice actors. And Tommy Pimple said blah 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 blah. And his dad said, oh, why don't you just give up all this YouTube crap? Why don't you take up bowling? When I'm stressed out, I like to go bowling.
He
Oh,
does seem like a
man.
guy who would be like just built like born to bowl. You know what I mean? Like
I
one
said
of those
that
guys
recently
that-
about
Yeah, like
Vince.
Homer Simpson.
I said that recently about Vince, the sextile guy, because he
Yeah.
loves bowling and he's pretty good at it. And I said guys that look like Vince should be good at bowling.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, that's a positive thing that he does.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
When
it's
he's
great.
not bringing the
Bowling is
sex
awesome.
doll.
If you're a
The other
little,
Yes.
When it's just him or his friends, that's great. That's great.
Ben and CJ love Vince so much.
I don't know that I love Vince.
Oh.
I don't
They
think I
love
love
seeing
Vince.
his posts.
Oh,
They
I
get
don't
happy
really.
when I send them
I
the
don't
posts.
like.
No.
I only see them because you send
No.
them to me. I wouldn't look at them otherwise. So is he doing like a round robin of like silicon women that he's gonna one of them he's gonna hump on eventually, right? When he gets the scratch
Well,
together.
Well,
He
we
said it
don't
was going to
know.
happen before Christmas, but he would have to order it now, and the contest is still going. So I think the whole thing is a sham.
Shit.
Yeah.
right.
So
There's a rug pull.
what he initially wanted to happen is he had 4 dolls that he was going through. And then eventually the fans are supposed to vote out who they didn't want. So then it got down to 2. And then between the 2 of them, it was a best of 5 contest where you have to, in every post he makes, you have to vote out one of them. So, but it's a best of 5 for 2 dolls. I don't know how it makes sense.
Maybe the last one is Amber, and she comes out of the dumpster.
What was that, Ben?
Is the blackface one in the finals?
Yes.
Yes.
That one is. That one's in the finals.
Nice.
Well, it's not even. He says it's black, but it's like it's just super tan. It's not.
It's like Jersey Italian.
Like it stood behind a jet plane that was taking off. It got blasted. It's not even black.
You know, I was concerned when I saw that, but she said herself in that post that she would love to be his first #black #girlfriend. So.
Yeah, I mean,
She
I'm
did
not.
say that.
I'm not trying to deny her existence here. We all know.
I still
her,
think
love
he's
her.
trying to avoid that. I think
Yes,
he's
he is.
realized he's in too deep now, and all the fans are like, "You got to get the black one. I love that one. That's the good one because it would be the funniest outcome."
Mhm.
But I don't think he wants that. I think he wants a white one like he had before, like his white wife. I
Why
don't
didn't he
think
just keep the one he had before?
I
I
don't-
don't.
Leg
What's going
fell
on?
off.
Well, she
The leg
died.
fell off. Did like
She
a dog
died.
attack
Yeah,
it? Or
he said
something?
the leg fell
Amber
off,
fell
but
off.
that wouldn't make her not usable.
She done.
You don't
fell
need
off.
the leg.
Hey, he's
I don't think
ableist,
you. I don't
though.
think the leg is the what the
So,
price
to
of entry
update
here.
CJ as well, in the meantime, he has tried
you.
to date human women, in his words. He's tried to date human women, but it hasn't gone the way he's wanted to.
Did we?
He did
I
every
guess-
dating app, range of 1,000 miles.
He went on dates with like one woman, and he went on Bamble and Hinge,
Campbell.
and so he had his like on those dating apps. You can put your like how far you want to reach, right? And he just put like wherever, a million miles,
Yeah.
anyone,
Just shoot your shot,
any
yeah.
person. And so he lives in Dayton, right? And then he met some girl that lives over by like Hocking Hills, which is on the east side. Dayton's on the west side of Ohio. It's like 2+ hours away. And he wanted to meet her, and I think they play like mini golf with her. And she was like, "No, we'll meet in the Hocking Hills State Park in public and like walk around." So he drove 2 hours to Hocking Hills, in his Crocs uniform and his Velcro shoes. And they walked around the state park, and he brought her a box of candy. And then during the whole date, he set up a tripod and took selfies of himself posing near like waterfalls and all this stuff, and then tried to get her in the pictures, and she said no. And then he tried to kiss her at the end of the date, and she said no. And then he gave her a hug, drove off, and was like, "You know what? That was a great date. I think we're gonna hang out again." And then kept trying to call her, and she never answered the phone or said she was busy. And then he called her a bitch.
Yeah, it sucks. That was his one date. Like, he really shot his shot with everybody and had to conclude, I have to go back to sex dolls.
There was one person within 500-mile radius that said, "Yes, I will go on a date with you." And that's how he treated it.
The problem is not just how he looks or whatever, because he could clean himself up and get a
Sure.
girlfriend. Maybe she wouldn't be a 10 out of 10 smoke show, but he could get a girlfriend. But his profile says you need to fuck like a porn star and all this nasty, gross
actually?
shit.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where
Says
even if
all
it
the,
was
like-
even if it was the hottest guy of all time, women would still be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you put that?"
And he's only like the
He's
third
used to-
hottest guy of all time.
That's right.
I mean, he's an entertainer. He's a camcorder, right? He has his college degree from a real college. So what woman wouldn't want to date?
VCR repair.
He wishes. That'd be way more
Yeah,
useful.
oh my god. Yeah, he
Yeah, that
actually
would be
get
a
a
skill.
job. He could get a job with that instead of doing whatever he's doing now.
Ben, you know he lost his last tooth, by the way, like mid-video.
Oh, he like,
Oh,
It was there in one scene, and then he had a salad for the first time since his dad died, which he pointed out. And then the next scene, his tooth was gone.
I don't think his dad liked salad. I think he just wanted to say it that way.
Oh, you think his dad, who died at 57, didn't like salads? Oh,
Alex, the way I
that's
took that
crazy.
was,
Yeah, I would guess so.
Alex, the way I took that was like the luncheon after the funeral was the last time he had salad. It was like a round salad. After that, he went home.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't eat salad. Makes me think of my dad.
You think of my dad's funeral. So stupid.
Did pretty good at my dad's funeral.
Well, that's why you don't eat salad.
Vince is Mr. Put on my pajamas and lay down and crack a cold Pepsi and put it on my nightstand. Like, oh,
That's so
gotta have it
fucked
there
up.
for
Nice
the
and
night.
warm later.
Yeah, he wakes up in the morning, just drinks it flat and warm.
Yeah, when you take a little like 3-hour nap, you wake up at 3 a.m. You just take a big sip of it and you go back to bed.
I love coffee.
What's the problem, CJ? Why are you shaking your head? Why are you upset?
This is the most I've heard of. Like, I haven't really been in the loop. There's one specific person in the EATCHAIN Discord that keeps me abreast on these things against
Yes,
my
there
will.
is.
In a
Why don't you
very,
want to know about this?
in a very, very displeasing manner, and I just kind of skip over.
Were
it,
you
but
mad at
this
them,
is-
CJ?
No, not at all. I actually encourage it. I think
I
you
bet it's
should go.
John.
It's definitely
Yeah, it's
John.
John loves telling me about Vince.
John loves drama and all that.
Yes.
Johnny Drama.
Yeah,
That's what they
Johnny
call
Drama.
him.
John
Oh,
Drama,
wow.
as they call him out there. He'd say, okay.
No, I mean, I can text you and give you some updates about him. All the
No,
time
I'm
if
good.
you'd
I
like.
don't want to know about. I don't.
Sounds like-
I don't like it when you send me arcade Matt. Although that photo of him is
That was
crazy.
incredible.
That's crazy,
That is
bro.
a
Holy
crazy
fuck.
photo.
He's so cool, man.
I don't-
Arcade Matt's a real guy, and he's awesome.
He
He's
looks
my
like
friend.
an NFT in that picture.
He's not real. He
He's
looks
real,
like
and he's
Master
my friend.
Blaster in that picture.
It's so crazy. He looks like he's just a little doll that guy is just standing with.
So he met some actor who was in like Stranger Things, and he like got all hyped about going to some like convention to like meet him.
It's like
he
the one.
takes
It's like the
this
team
picture.
from Stranger Things, right? Like one of the teams.
Vecna from Stranger Things. I don't know. I haven't seen the show. I'm sorry.
And he's the guy that
But-
plays the Metallica song, I think.
Okay, but he's standing
Like
next to
Outlaw,
him,
we
and
haven't
of course, Arcade Matt is wearing like a Pac-Man hoodie from PacSun from like 12 years ago,
Fuck yeah.
and then
Wait,
it's
Pac-Man?
Pac-Man, yeah,
Pac-Man and Pac-Sun?
Mhm.
yeah, from PacSun. And
Oh
then
my
he's
God.
wearing some Atari hat. I think it's Atari, and there's like Japanese characters under the brim, and he's standing basically. Let's be generous, and maybe a whole head below this guy.
He's
Yeah.
Well,
crazy.
those machines are designed for kids and Japanese people.
But he's not grown. But he is 6'2". I think Vecna is just really tall.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think
Wait, what?
the actor who played Vecna is 7'4".
He's not six. Arcade Matt is not 6'2".
No,
There's
Arcade
no
Matt's
fucking
6'2".
way.
Wow, that's
no,
crazy.
He's 100%
There's
6'2".
no fucking way. No,
Are
he
you
is
calling
not.
me a liar?
That's crazy. You can't be even
Are
taller
you
than
calling
that.
me a
so.
liar?
I'm just saying you might be misinformed. There's
don't know.
there's no. Well, he's your friend. You've hung out with him before, right?
That's true. I mean, I
Okay.
can keep sending you
Have you
pictures
measured
of him. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
they were both in wheelchairs at the time, so it's kind of hard to
I have a
say.
question. If
They both
Arcade
broke
Matt,
their legs.
if Arcade Matt's your friend, why hasn't he ever DM'd you on Twitter asking you to share a video of him dancing from 2017?
Because that's not what friends do. That's not what friends do.
Because he has more subs than we do.
That's a
That's
business.
not true,
He should
Tom.
be promoting our
That's
shit.
not true because Yashir Ali sent me the same request. He posted a picture of him from 2017.
You just said, "Can I stay at your house for a little bit?"
Yeah.
So CJ, when Tom said you're coming on the show, I was kind of excited because I had like a question, or I wanted you to retell a
Uh-oh.
story.
Okay.
Because we talk about like freaks and shit on this podcast, and you've met Dan Quinn, right?
Oh, yeah, I did meet Dan Quinn. Yeah.
What was that
that's,
like? So can you tell that story for us, please?
Yeah.
I'm kind of putting you on the
um,
spot. I should have warned you.
No, I think I can dredge this one up out of memory. So this was like right around the time where he kind of like embedded himself with the Vagos, which is like a local Sacramento motorcycle club. So I'm saying motorcycle club as a decidedly euphemistic like take on what exactly that is. But
He was one of the footmen. He didn't have a bike. I'll meet you guys there.
He's fast enough. He's fast enough. So fuck it.
I'm
Yeah.
infantry.
So this was like right around that time, and he was like really into this idea that he was going to get the Vagos to like I don't remember exactly the details because it's been so long, but basically he was going to have like the Vagos drive around on their motorcycles on his track for like a day or something while they're spun on stevia in order to prove like its effectiveness, and probably like by virtue of the fact that like the most convicted felons in Northern California all drove around for like the longest amount of time, it would somehow like affirm the power of this artificial sweetener.
Okay,
So he
sound
had
logic.
this like
You could do that with meth, and I don't think they would legalize meth.
Yeah. I
You could have them drive around for a really long time and be like, look how long I made these guys drive around.
I think they would probably prefer that over stevia.
It would work.
Something
it would at
tells
least
me
work.
it would
If they
work.
didn't
Stevia is
do it,
just
we don't
fake
know
sugar.
sure.
I still don't get that. I wonder where that spawned from.
Well, when you pour it in water, it fizzes up.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
have to-
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
blend it,
And also
It's
you
a
blend
totally
toxic
original
shit
theory that no one else
out of
has
the
ever
water.
picked
Alex,
up on.
my guess is he was on some sort of bender, had crack and stevia on the same day, but forgot he had the crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're both powders.
Mm-hmm.
You could really mix them together, put them with baking soda, and then
Anything
Yeah.
really.
you've got sweet crack.
I mean, it brought that cat, his mom's cat, back from the dead. But
You know what my favorite strain of crack is?
Mm.
Uh,
White crack.
That's the best one. Not. Don't mean it in any weird way like that. There's nothing wrong with the other colors of crack. Yeah. So he had like a party, and when I say he had a party, I mean the Vagos probably were already having a party that he like sort of attached himself to in this warehouse district in fucking South Sacramento. One of the weirdest places I've ever been to. Like, no reason to go there. No reason anybody would go there other than like somebody in a truck picking up like like goods to ship. And we get there and it's like immediately as soon as I start walking up, I'm looking around. I'm like, I fucking it's me and my roommate, and I'm like, oh, I stick out like we do not belong here at all. Like, we have all of our teeth for one. Like, that's like right off the bat. There's cops driving by every like 3-4 minutes, like super slow, just like driving down the street looking at everybody. And there's like this like chain link fence. There's like people fighting and fucking like like men and women arguing with each other as they're wont to do at a biker party. And beyond the fence is like a warehouse with the doors open, and like that's presumably where the party is. And I'm like, I look over at my roommate, I'm like, are we gonna go in there? He's like, I'm not going in there. Absolutely not. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna go in there either.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of standing around and we're like, should we get out of here? Like, I feel like this is like not a great place for us to be. And sure enough, Dan wanders out, his shirt off, fanny pack on, got his stevia in the fanny pack. And it's him. There's Dave Aroni there too. That's the guy from the infamous Abnormal Tattoos video. It was like him and Harry Goldpaw, and I immediately introduced myself to him, like, big fan, Dan, love stevia. And he's like, the look on his face, his like, he just lights up like a Christmas tree. And he starts talking about it, and as he's gyrating around, and of course he's just basically saying the same shit as we blend it into a white bubbly soup. It gets all the man-made shit out. It gets melts fat, makes you lean and Ripley. You can make the play downfield with all the black boys. Yeah.
Same
And
thing
the
he told
little-
to Lizzo.
The vial of stevia falls out of his fanny pack, and he's just like ecstatic. He's like, this is it right here. Picks it up off the ground. And he's like, this is Dan. And Dave Aroni's like, yeah, Dan, that's right, Dan. Like the entire time. And then he gets distracted, and at that point, I was like, we have to go back. We have to get in the car and go home now. Like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. And that was really the only time I ever saw Dan. Or no, I saw Dan Quinn in a grocery store one time in downtown Sacramento. And I like walked past him in an aisle. He was like staring at cheeses. Like, he was kind of standing. Everyone listening can't see this, but he was like standing there like this, like looking at the cheeses. And
with his like ass out, like bending over, hands on his hips.
Yeah, ass out. Yeah. Like, he's like almost like an L, like an upside down L.
That must have
like
been really
staring.
tempting.
Hip hinged.
Yeah. And I was with my
He's only
girlfriend at
wearing
the
the
time, and I was like,
tap-out
hey,
shorts.
that's Dan Quinn. And she's like, oh, you mean that insane guy that you make me watch YouTube videos?
Now, how did you learn
yeah.
about the party?
From his YouTube videos, and his Facebook, because he was
That was
posting
when he
about
would
it on
just go
Facebook.
live all the time.
Yeah.
He'd go live and say, none of you can find my location. And he would say what it is.
Literally within like a week of that, one of my friends who I also subjected him to this, and he got really into it, like found Dan's location on like Google Maps immediately, and was like, I think this is it, because there's like this bungalow, and I can see these red blankets like that are like behind the windows, and I always see those in his videos. I'm pretty sure this is Dan Quinn's mom's house with the little bungalow in the back. Like, yeah, I think that's it too.
Am I Mandela affecting myself? Was there something about him like calling you as well after?
I've
Calling through Facebook Messenger, wasn't it?
I've called
Shit.
him. Well, because he always had his number. I still remember his
Yeah, that's
916-475-7856. Still have that committed to memory. I like haven't said that out loud, and I don't know how long. I still remember
It
that.
can't still work.
CJ's gonna get arrested, and it's the only number he can remember for his one call. And Dan turns around behind him and goes, "What?"
Just hears a ringing in the cell.
Yeah, no, we definitely called him a bunch. Like when we'd be hanging out or with my friends. Like, yeah, let's call Dan. And a lot of times he wouldn't answer. And then one time we tried to get him to come out, and he wouldn't do it. He's like, "Yeah, I don't got a ride." And I'm like, "We'll come pick you up." He's like, "No, I'm good. I'm staying in for the night." All right, that's too bad.
Well, if he had
I've been texting with Justin Lingle.
Oh,
What?
wow.
I got
Oh,
his
that's
number.
cool. What phone?
He
Doesn't he like
posted-
hate you?
Yeah,
He's
he
got about
does.
25.
Why are you texting him?
I just wanted to see what's up.
One for every baby mama.
But he did
I'm trying to
block
get
me.
weed. I'm trying to get some of that weed.
But like, I mean, guys, like he just straight up posted his number.
Yeah,
Twitter
he showed me.
thing.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yo, if you are a pedophile, call this number and I will schedule me beating your ass.
You can come over and I can kick your ass. But it's the same as it's just like when Chris Loville did it. Like those guys just love posting their phone number. It's the same as like Dan Quinn. So like, yeah, you just call him, you text him,
Yeah.
and just go, "Hey, what's going on, man?"
Yeah,
They
there's
go, "Who are
a
you?"
there's a recurring theme there. I wonder what it is.
They're all
what,
cool guys. They're all my
Stevia.
friends.
It's
I
very
know
weird to
I'm
like to get
doctors.
texts from random numbers.
gonna regret asking this question, but what's up with that fucking guy in Tomb Raider? What is with these people in Tomb Raider? Can someone explain this
I
to me?
don't
'Cause,
know.
like,
It's
I'm-
so weird.
I know
Yeah.
what it,
It's
no,
the most
it's
mid
very-
franchise of all time.
No. It's very clear what's up with
Because
them.
a girl.
The reason they like Tomb Raider is
Yeah.
because Melanie Mack likes Tomb Raider,
Oh,
and so
sis-
they, sis.
okay,
sis
well, why does
fam.
she? Okay, so let's pull the lens back a little bit. Why does she like it?
She likes it because that was like probably one of like the first couple games she played as a kid.
Yeah.
And
It
then
came out
she's
when
like-
she was 11 and she was like, "I like this." And she's
Yeah, 'cause
stuck
she's
in that.
older.
Yeah, it was one of the
mentality.
first games that her older brothers allowed her to play because girls don't play them. So, you know.
So she
Man.
likes it, and then she got famous, like semi-famous, and then obviously burned out, and is where she is now. And all her audience is just Lenny's who get banned from every Discord or from the
funniest thing-
stores.
The funniest thing I learned is she has to stand in her videos now because she lost her Gamer Chair sponsorship. She can't go and buy a new one.
Yeah, because she posted the F slur a bunch.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah, that'll
She
do
lost
it.
all of her sponsorship.
Wait, who was sponsoring her?
G Fuel. She had like a affiliate code, or
Really?
something, like a partner code for like
I'll be
10% off.
goddamned.
And then because like all of her Lennies would be like, "Don't forget to order G Fuel off of and use code
Forget.
Melanie Mac." And
We all
then it
need our
was- I
G
forget-
Fuel.
What there was, I forget which chair company it was, but like it's just one
Did
of
they
those.
make her
gamer
send the
chairs.
chair
It was
back?
probably Herman Miller.
No,
Yes.
no.
I doubt
She's
it.
just
Pretty sure they
boycotting
did.
it.
She's
Well, why didn't
boycotting.
she just put a blanket on it and then she can sit down?
Well, she was
and
probably
they don't see
mad
the
about it.
logo?
She was like, "Fuck this
actually, I
company."
know the answer to this. I know this because she's insanely fucking stupid.
Yep.
And all she eats is butter and just the grossest meat you can imagine. So that's where the issue would be.
Hmm.
Yeah, not a lot she can do. Because her understanding of video games is that she likes Tomb Raider. It's
And they-
like her fans, basically. She just likes Tomb Raider. They should make stuff like that again.
But she dislikes all the good ones, that being like the two most recent ones, right? She
Yeah,
thinks
when they
those are
come out
bad.
with new ones,
They're
she
woke.
doesn't want to play it because they're gay. And then she goes back to saying they should make games like Tomb Raider again.
They made her
because they
tits
were
too small.
hard.
Because
You
Lara
can't
Croft
solve.
is
Yeah,
hot
they were
in-
hard. Okay, yeah, she can't solve puzzles, so that makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly.
Yeah.
She played Tears of the Kingdoms. She played Tears of the Kingdom and like couldn't figure out that game. She couldn't figure out how the controller works. She can't.
Wasn't she using the proprietary N64 controller? She was missing like 3 buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was using the N64 controller like on her Switch
Because
and her
it's
whole-
retro.
And her whole audience is like, "Sis, don't worry about it. We can't figure this game out either."
Maybe it's the GameCube controller.
Yeah, she was on the starting
my
island
nephew
for like
let
8
me touch his
hours.
Switch, and I couldn't figure.
And then
it out
she just
either. Don't
stopped
be
and never
ashamed.
streamed it again.
You know why they call it a Nintendo Switch? Because when you start playing it, you switch to something else real quick.
Come on now.
Sorry,
Come on
just
now.
kidding. A lot of people like their
But
Switches.
what if it's not that these people are bad at games and that's why they don't like new games? What if the games are gay?
Oh shit.
But yeah, most
They're
are.
woke.
What if
No,
they put
no.
some gay shit in it?
I mean, I think a lot
It's
of people
gay.
that get old and bad at gaming cope like that by saying this is bad or this is bad just because they suck shit at games now. Or maybe they were
Yeah,
never good.
That's what it's for.
Maybe they were just maybe they're just good enough at games to pass when they were like at gaming age, and now they're like too old and they're like, fuck this fucking shit.
Yeah, they were okay at single-player games when they were 10, and it's like 30 years later, and they're like, I want to be fucking good at video games, even though I'm bad at all of them.
I don't understand about these guys, right? Because when you see that from like most normal people, they're like, oh, take me back to 2005 when I was like 13, and I could just play video games all day long. I had no responsibilities. These guys are in their late 30s, 40s, and they have no responsibilities and no anything. So
and they still have the same game console. It's still there.
They could still be, they're 13 years old mentally. So like they should be enjoying everything.
Yeah, they're still doing the same shit they were doing then. The perception has changed around them where people no longer think it's cool that they're playing PS2 all day. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? Go
but
mow
even the
the
new
lawn.
ones, even like the reason you liked those PS2 games so much were because like you were 13 and you didn't have to do anything all day.
Yeah,
you could
and it
play
also
Final
wasn't
Fantasy
compared to
X
anyone
for like 90 hours and like no one would bat an eye. You do that now in your 30s, and I think somebody might be upset with you in your life.
You know, I know you're right, Tom. My most played game of the year 2000 or 2001 maybe was driving backwards on the roll cage track on the PS Magazine demo disc so that the game wouldn't end. And I'm like, this is a fucking 5 out of 5 game right here.
The Dynasty Warriors 3, when I was in like I think 5th grade, I got my PS2, and there's like 30 some characters, and I maxed out all their stats to perfect. And to do that, you would have to like kill an enemy and like luckily pick up like +1 to attack, and like those went up to like in the thousands. And
Let
I
me
just
let
did
you know,
that. I just fucking sat there and did that.
The only game I ever heard,
so much fun.
the only game besides WoW that I had friends miss real life stuff. Like I had friends skip prom because they were killing Onyxia for the like world first shit, so they just didn't go to prom or whatever. Like who cares really? But they made the right choice. But the only other game besides that where I had friends miss stuff or just not show up to shit was Dynasty Warriors.
When I was a kid, like I just sat down. I would like come home from school and just immediately like put my ass down, just doing like the butt crack, cross-legged, just leaning forward, playing it until my mom yelled at me and be like, "All right, great day for me. It's time to go to bed."
Why's my
Time to
spine
pretend
hurt?
to go to bed and then sneak down to the basement and play
Play it
for like
again.
4 more hours.
Yeah, they should bring that back.
But like those guys live that every day. They live that every day, and yet they're just like, no, everything's terrible. I wish it was
Because
like
they have to go to their pizza delivery job.
They don't like they
Some of
could
them.
just only they could be in that bubble where they're mentally 13 and it's only stuff from 2005 if they wanted, but they have to be online. They do know on some level that the world is moving on without them, that there are new systems that they don't have, and that there are new games that they don't play and games their computer can't run, and they have to deal with that somehow. And then that's like a rage cycle they get into where it's like, oh, the new AAA game, it's gay. Starfield has pronouns. Baldur's Gate has a gay guy.
It's bullshit that their grandma has to die and so they can't get a new console for Christmas every like 3 years. That's unfair. That is
unfair.
bullshit. I'll back them on that.
I said before though, just like those guys, all the good games that have come out the past few years have saved a countless number of mass shootings from happening because would-be shooters just can't save up for a gun. They're like, dang it, minus $60 again. New game out. Fuck, need this skin. That's good.
Maybe that's why Joe Biden's
$500.
What's the price of a gun? Oh, damn it.
If I buy a console and it's $650, I better be able to kill myself with it.
Walking into Walmart and just like there's a gun and there's a console. I support gamers. This is a gamer-friendly podcast.
Yeah, we got to bring gamers back. You never see gamers.
You never see gaming t-shirts anymore.
You never see anyone who's classically trained.
Tom, do you got one of those shirts where it's the first and second player, but they're wearing the bride and groom shit and it says game over?
I wish, dude. I wish someone had got me some of those.
So
that shit's awesome. Your life is over.
Oh, my
no
life's
more
over.
video
I married a
games.
bitch. No more games.
My immediate family does like a bunch of like Amazon wish lists for like Christmas lists, and then like also for like my nieces and nephews. It makes it easier, and they kept asking that I make one, so I made one.
Oh, post it in the chat. I want to get your nieces and nephews.
No, but they asked me to make one, so it'd be like easier to buy me shit too instead of having to ask. And so I put a bunch of stuff on there, but I also put on like N7 hats and hoodies.
Cool.
N7 leather jacket, dude. Yes. I need the leather jacket so fucking. I send it to Nate like once a month, telling him to buy it for me.
No, there's a guy that works out at my gym in his like early 20s or whatever, and I'm pretty confident he's doing it unironically, but he works out in like an N7 hat and N7 t-shirt, and I'm like, that is so fucking swag and cool.
So cool.
He's just getting ready. What if by some grace, like, we find out there's aliens and we, expedite all this space stuff. I mean, aliens are fake. We all know that, right, Ben? Just same as cryptids. It's all just bullshit.
No.
Dumb fucking shit.
No.
Right? So,
No.
I agree with you, Tom.
somehow-
But you don't need to
Thank
say
you.
that to him.
Hold on a minute.
well, Ben
You
agrees
actually want
with
to say
it.
the draconian aliens outside the fucking Pluto
Yeah, they're all fake.
belt.
Don't worry
No,
about it.
they're real.
No, they're
And they're
fake.
12 and a half feet tall.
Jake
Those would be
just texted me that
Neptunians,
aliens are
but
We
fake.
could actually take
Fine.
this time to promote Tom and CJ's podcast called Heckin' Skeptics. 4 episodes in.
We Google some popular.
It's a podcast about the
theories.
Holocaust.
Oh my god.
We're just asking some questions, some question-rinos.
No.
Oh. Alex is gonna be hanging out with Kanye soon, talking like that.
It's nice
Yeah, I'm
not
trying
always
to
have to
produce
be the
on
one
his
saying
album.
things like this. I can
Ain't
come
it?
on here and let Alex take the wheel. It's very
I mean,
nice.
you could add on.
No, I'm good.
Hey,
I'm really
keep
I'm
the riff
enjoying.
rolling. CJ.
No, I'm good.
It's
I'm
your
enjoying
guys'
being on this
podcast.
side of this.
Yeah, it's your guys' pod, it's the EATCHAIN podcast.
That's
Hey,
right.
listen.
We do own this podcast.
that was no. We own
No, you
What?
don't.
EATCHAIN. We own EATCHAIN.
wrong.
Yeah, and you assumed all of our debt, a sizable amount. John
Well-
has bought many failing Calgary businesses, which are
Yeah, he
are
bought
all-
the.
Our
He
boss
bought the-
is very busy.
He bought
You
the
know,
Stampede.
Waiter's
John
ready
owned-
for you.
John owned all of the white spots. They closed the damn white spot. Oh wow, they closed the
He
white
owned
spot.
the Cluck and the Hen. What
Cluck
else?
and
is
Cleaver.
there? No,
Sword and-
there's
Sword
that
and-
one too.
Sword and spoon.
Yeah, Sword and Spoon.
Jappa dog.
the Oaken Barrel.
Jappa Dogs in
What else?
Vancouver.
Okay.
The fake one.
No.
It should be a chain. The Oaken
I
Barrel.
was there with
smooth-
Dan Beckner once.
Their smoothie sucker. Oh man.
Shoe
We,
and Canoe, that's my favorite.
I want to go. American Hot Dog Thomas is still open in Japan, but the problem
American
is
Hot
it's
Dog
so
Thomas.
far away. There's even it's so one of the duck.
That's what it's
accounts.
called.
There's
Don't talk
American-
about the ducks.
the duck
Please don't
account.
talk about the ducks.
No, we
The-
love the ducks.
We love the ducks.
Life of
Tommy.
Duck.
Yeah,
No.
come on now. They went to a place called American Hot Dog Thomas, and it's real, and it's just like an American
That's
hot
great.
dog place. And but it's like on the I forget which prefecture it's in, but it's like a 7-hour train ride from Tokyo, and I considered
course you
when I
did.
go next. Being
Of
like,
course you did.
how could I
Tom,
explain this to my
this is
wife
why-
to take a 7-hour train ride across Japan?
I feel like if she hasn't made you throw out the Devin
think it's
mask,
in
you could
Yamaguchi.
probably figure this out.
Remember,
I mean,
Tom,
yeah, she
this
wouldn't
is-
say no.
This is why you moved to where you live now. You need to get in with Mr. Beast. And you
Oh
need to
yeah,
go-
for sure.
Mr. Beast will be like, we took a
He's my friend.
7-hour train ride to go to American Hot Dog Thomas. There's 55 million views. And Tom's there.
Wait,
Just
does
smiling ear to
Mr. Beast
ear.
live near you?
He's from North Carolina.
Oh, that's cool.
My
Yes.
wife works with someone who's like his cousin or like his
He's from
second cousin or
Greenville,
cousin?
right?
Well,
Yeah.
Cousin
I
Beast.
mean, that's not
That's how he
really...
got all his money.
I'm
He's
just
from
saying.
Greenville,
Wow. Yeah, I think he is
Ooh.
from
Greens
the
produced.
Greenville area,
folks.
which is ECU.
That's such a
Pirates.
sick restaurant.
folks.
Oh, it's so
Let's
dope.
just say Mr. Beast is a fucking god in North Carolina. They love him there.
He's a gat.
He's a-
Everybody knows him.
No.
He's a what?
What's a gat? Yeah, I've been seeing that
Oh,
lately.
it's some new
What's up
thing.
with that?
So, somewhere Ben made up. Means
Yeah.
big ass. Dude, the word
yeah.
get annoys me so bad because I talked about this before, but it's spammed on like on chats and stuff about just by skinny white boys, but they're just becoming like unk because a get is just it's taken from an old black man seeing a big ass and saying "God damn," and that's why they say it.
Oh,
That's what a get is. So when there's all these teenagers spamming that when they see a big ass, like come on,
They shouldn't know about asses,
they should
big
apologize.
or small.
For the
Come
get.
on, you
kid.
knew
About
about
24.
asses when you were a kid.
No, I didn't. I still don't know about asses.
I've never become aware
Look,
of
my
an
head
ass.
is pointing
Wait,
forward.
wait a minute.
Never
I
seen
can't
an
see
ass.
behind me.
Wait a minute. Alex has never seen an ass, but you've looked in a mirror.
I'm looking at
correctly?
one. I'm looking at
You
one.
look at a mirror correctly.
Why are you making
Also,
eye contact?
if you just open up the chat, there's Devin's big
What?
butt.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah, look
say.
at that. Click top
Forgot
right
that was
show
in there.
chat. You can see American Hot Dog.
His
Wow,
butt
that thing
crack
goes
is
right
like
up to
3
his
feet
shoulder
long.
blades.
No, that's fine.
Whoa, God.
Here, Ben, I'll
Yeah.
text it to you.
Yeah,
No,
I'll
that's
text it to
fine.
you too, Ben. Here, I'll just post it in the general one too. It looks like a big apple.
Long butt.
Red delicious.
Devin's got LBS, long butt syndrome.
It's
It would be hard to fuck his ass. I feel like it would be an optical illusion where you put your dick in and it just keeps going.
You're sliding up to the
I love
top.
that
You keep
Alex
spreading it and it
analysis.
just keeps growing.
I love that Alex fucking. You sound like Tony Romo in the third quarter commentating. It'd be hard to fuck his ass the way it goes up like that.
Yeah, I feel like it would keep going. You would
Tony-
get lost in it. It would
Tony
be like
Romo
a
is-
cave.
Tony Romo gets drunker and drunker during games. By the fourth quarter, he's just reminiscing the entire time.
When
I'm
he-
back in the locker room.
Thanksgiving, he was just smiling ear to ear at the beginning of the game, and he was just so lit. You could tell. Several
Yeah,
Jack and Cokes.
He's probably happy that he got to see Dolly Parton instead of Jack Harlow.
That's yeah, you know what? That's a good point. My friend Jack Harlow, we love
Jack-
you.
Jack
didn't
Harlow
like
is
that.
not
Jack
your
Harlow
friend.
played the
He's my
halftime
friend.
show for the Lions game, and it was maybe
Oh.
the worst halftime show of any sporting event I've ever seen.
What about when Out of Sight played the? or
No, that
the
was actually
opener?
cool when he played the intro to the
Yeah.
All-Star game.
What was
it
the
the
left
night
shark
is
fucked up?
is the night. Oh, oh. No, Left Shark was epic. We would like that one.
But Jack Harlow is my friend. You can't just say
he
someone's not
isn't.
my friend. Why not?
He's not
He
your
hasn't
friend. None of these
texted you,
people are
asked
your
you to
friend.
do dancing
Prove it.
videos on your
There you
Twitter.
go.
What's
There
his
you go.
number?
What's his phone number?
Yeah.
It is okay. Hold on.
Are you gonna read my phone number out loud?
Do not.
Alex, bleep this next part out.
This is Jack Harlow's number.
Go ahead and follow him. He really likes follow requests. No, he follows me on his private X account. If we're gonna use the correct name, it's
That's
Trade
fine.
Man
As long as you call it
1990.
that. As long as you call
Is
it that.
he even on there?
Tom's getting
Is-
catfished by a
on
Jack
Twitter?
Harlow account. Jack Harlow
I'm gonna.
6645.
I have.
Yeah.
I have a
Yo,
What
bunch
are
Tom,
you
of
using
I
these
need to
gift cards
smell-
for, Jack?
all those spam accounts texting me, be like, "Oh, I thought this was the bank. I was gonna send you $1 million. This is Jack Harlow, by the way." And I'm like,
Why do
"Oh,
you spend
damn,
so
okay."
much money on iTunes?
Well, because Jack asked me to send him.
He's asking me to buy his songs.
$100.
I thought he was rich. I thought this guy was famous. He's
Well-
asking for $25.
Yeah, Jack's
Insane.
bank's all fucked up. He can only spend iPhone points right now.
iPhone points.
That reminds me of
All my money's Japanese
You guys
right
have-
now. I have to get it converted.
we're all basically the same age, so you guys grew up in the same era, obviously on the forum era, because you guys are from the pink site, of course. But
No, I'm not.
yeah, y'all are.
I'm from
and,
the gray site.
But did you ever have friends that were clearly being catfished by somebody, and the fucking person catfishing them always had the most dog shit excuses, like, "Oh I got a new camera or I got a new phone, but the camera's broken. It's crazy."
Yeah, I
And it's
remember.
like, all
I
right,
remember
well, it's 2013 now, so you should have some sort of picture of you.
there was a guy that told me he didn't have a print screen key on his keyboard. He was trying to tell me something like some famous
Fucking
guy
gamer.
messaged him, and I said like, "Well, take a screenshot of it." And I was like, "Well, just hit print screen." And he said, "Well, my keyboard doesn't have that."
Yeah,
And then I went to his
I
house
don't
and
have
he
a printer.
did.
I don't have a printer. I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't have a printer or a screen. You know, I actually don't have a monitor. I'm sorry, so I can't see it.
I don't actually know anybody that like got catfished.
Guess I just knew a bunch of
Surprisingly.
losers then. And if that
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know
definitely-
anyone like that really. Just like people lying about random shit, like cousin lies.
Yeah, like I
Those were
didn't.
cool,
I didn't
too.
hang out on forums. I just hung out in like the worst bars in Akron that you could
I
ever
told-
go to.
I told you guys about one of the most infamous liars in my life that told me and Andrew and my older brother when he was 16. I think I was 16 at the time too, because I'm the same age as this guy. But he like gathered us together at like this. I think we're at a church festival or something. He's like, "Guys, I gotta tell you something. I gotta confess something." He's like, "I'm actually a superhero." This is like
That's
right
cool. Wow.
after, this
That's
is right
really
after
cool.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man came out, and we immediately were like, "Holy fuck, tell us more!" Like we had to.
Dude, shoot some of your web on me.
No, he said
Dude, shoot some of your
It
web
was
down my
abandoned
throat.
area.
he said he went by the name Guardian, and he was
Oh,
big
cool.
in Cleveland. Yeah,
My guards.
he used to be
You
the
knew.
Indian.
He used to be
I got
Yeah,
Indian.
he used to go by Indian. He used to go by Chief Wahoo.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he used to have a feather, and he would save buffalo.
You had
uh,
to change it.
he said he did stuff like fly around at night and stop women from being raped. And I still remember back then my brother was like, "You should just stay home to do that," which was like funny. fried his ass.
Yeah, if that guy could fly,
Anyway,
there would have to be another guy to stop him.
That's his rival.
Just tackling him. Two guys tackling each other in the air.
The same guy got arrested last year for stealing $15 million and donating it anonymously to his own office at a college he worked at in Wyoming, and got caught that way.
Fucking idiot.
And he
Why
also,
would you even want that?
you know what made me
Yeah,
so
you
happy?
can fly. Like, you don't
I didn't
fucking
talk-
need to steal money.
He's a
I
superhero.
hadn't
Why
talked
does
to
he need
this
to
kid.
steal?
I hadn't talked to this kid since he got married at 19, and I think I saw him right after his wedding, and he's like, "What's up, brother?" Because he'd always call me brother and call my mom, and she'd like, "Don't call me that." But I hadn't talked to this guy in like
That's
20
artwork.
years, but I was so happy to hear that not only was he doing these fabulous lies, he told one that you can still Google, that he told the people of Lander, Wyoming, that he was going to build a building there taller than the Burj Khalifa. He was doing like World Fair type lying in 2020.
Snake
So
oil
cool.
salesman.
Anyway, now he's in a federal prison for I don't know how many years for stealing that money, and also he stole $2.8 million of COVID relief money that he was supposed to. He had a gin distillery in Wyoming that he invested in. They were supposed to make a bunch of rubbing alcohol, but they just kept it.
I swear to God,
Oh, well, that shit was
I read a
bullshit.
story about this guy. That the building in Wyoming.
Yeah, that's
I
the
think I read
guy.
a story about. I think I read an article about this guy.
Yeah, he's.
Did you ever try the hand sanitizer distilleries made? It was
That
all
was
nasty.
so bad.
Yeah,
It was
No,
weird.
that's
It was just-
funny. That
Like
makes sense.
I would rather not use it. I would
You know
rather
they
just
were
go
all
wash
just.
my
You know
hands.
they're all just half-assing it just to get the fucking product out. Be like, see, we did it.
They
Fuck
they
you.
just made it like sludgy a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think they just
whatever
took the
they
money
were
and bought a
already
bunch of shit off Amazon. And we're like, yep, we
It's
made
like
this.
the worst tequila you've ever had in your
Yeah.
life, but like put into gel form and like
Yeah, they
It was
just
like gooey moonshine.
they just
so
added
bad.
like gelatin into like.
It looks
the
like when
mixture and
parents
be
let
like,
their
"All
kid
right."
wear a diaper into the pool and it starts bleeding all the jelly out. That's what that stuff is. Just rubbing.
Yeah, that stuff tastes
just rubbing
good if the
diaper
diaper's
jelly
clean.
all over your hands.
Diaper jelly.
I'm clean.
Nasty. That was sort of a bad kid thing too. The kid just running around with a fucking swollen diaper on, but not from pee, just from jumping in the pool with it on.
Yeah.
Little rascal.
My parents couldn't afford floaties, so
Just go get wet and
My,
go back.
my parents couldn't
Just
afford
go
a second
push in
diaper.
Put diapers on.
Putting diapers on your arms.
You just kid jumps in the pool with a diaper on and they
soaked
like
up.
immediately go upside
Yeah,
down.
like a hover.
Goes like
Completely
Dan
underwater.
Quinn looking at cheeses.
Oh,
I had
very
to close the pool again. Had a drowning.
Hey, I heard
Yeah.
pool's closed. Sorry. Another old forum joke.
what's up?
Oh yeah, you might remember that.
Yeah. Guys, check out
Check them
check out
out.
4chan. Check out EATCHAIN.
4chan.org/B.
Yeah, check out
We bought
4chan.
checked B in a while.
B or slash
We
poll.
bought 4chan and this one and Plancast.
Yep. Check
All
out
right,
fun.
thank you everybody for listening.
All right,
Check
good night,
out Fun,
everybody.
too.
And thanks for
Bye.
listening.
Good night. We love
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
Love you.
Bye
all of
bye.
you. Love you. Bye bye.